few minutes and introduce myself. And I want to do that because I'm going to ask something incredibly important of each and every one of you. I'm going to ask for your support. I want your vote in this governor's race. I need your finances. I need your support. I need you to help volunteer. And before I would even consider doing that, I want you to get to know me. And I want to give you a good reason why why I believe you should get involved in our campaign. But let me take you back to my childhood, because what happened to me in my childhood has everything to do with who I am today. My dad had the greatest influence on me, and any individual that I can ever think of. He instilled in me a tremendous work ethic at a very, very young age. Now, Dad was an old-time pipe fitter and a refrigeration repairman and mechanic. And oftentimes the phone would ring in the middle of the night. Maybe one of the grocery stores had a refrigeration problem, and he would get a call. And that phone would wake me up, and if it was summertime and I didn't have to go to work or to school the next day, I would ask him, I'd say, "Can I go? Can I go?" He'd say, "Yeah, get your clothes on, let's go." So I would get to go to work with Dad in the middle of the night, and it was always a big deal. And I had a real important job when I went with him. My job was to hold the flashlight. And I can tell you, I did a great job of that for about 5 or 10 minutes until I got sleepy. But at such a very young age, I loved, and I look back and realize that Dad instilled this work ethic in me. By the time I'm 12 years old, I had a paper route. When I'm 14, I'm flipping hamburgers at a little hamburger joint, which I don't think you can do that now. It probably would violate child labor laws or something. But when I'm 16, I'm sacking groceries at the wrestling practice in high school. And I truly believe that I'm an Oklahoma success story. And I say that because something incredible happened to me when I was a senior in high school. 17 years old, I loaned my dad $500 in my 1963 Chevrolet so Dad could fulfill his great American dream and start our family business. Now, let me put this in perspective for you. Back in those days, $500 was $500. And that was money that I had worked for several years and saved up. I'm a senior in high school, and I gave up my car. I'm dating my future bride at the time. She didn't know it. I knew it. I hadn't asked her yet. But I was dating Donna. And so I gave up my 1963 Chevrolet, the thing that got me around town, the things that I was able to go pick her up in, so Dad could fulfill his great American dream and start our family business. I got to tell you, it was the best investment of my entire life, because after I graduated high school, went off to college, and I got trained in the air conditioning industry, I came back to work, and Dad and I worked together side by side. I was a full partner with Dad for 17 years. The greatest opportunity of my entire life. I tragically lost Dad back in 1989. I sold that company. I took a job for 5 years, the only job I've ever had, really, as an adult. But I never lost that desire to go back in business for myself. So I had another wonderful opportunity, and I left a good paying job, and I started another business where I had one customer and one product. And I started from scratch, started over. And I built that business into a very successful, very profitable business. So I think I will bring a very unique perspective to the governor's office. It's something that we've not had in that office in decades. Someone that understands industry, someone that understands business. Normally here in the state of Oklahoma, we either elect a trial attorney or a career politician to serve in that office. And I think it's time that we do something different than what we have done so methodically in the past. And so I will bring a different perspective to that office. But who am I? I would dare say that I'm probably much like everyone in this room. I'm someone that has ideas, someone that has dreams and goals for myself, for Donna, for our kids, my family. But I'm also someone that has concerns. You know, we are all faced now with the bailouts of Congress. We have been literally sucker punched with the stimulus package. And we're in trouble in this country. There is no getting around it. We are in trouble. I heard just on the way over here, Congress passed the hate bill, the the hate crime legislation today. The Senate did. It's heading to the president's desk. Of course, he's going to find it. We've had some dramatic changes in this country over the last 8 months, and we are in trouble as a nation. And I want to tell you, the troubles that are created in Congress have smacked us down right here in the state of Oklahoma. The stimulus package has created generational debt in our kids and our grandkids. Debt that they may never have an opportunity to pay off if we don't put the skids on it, and I mean now. Congress continues to spend money, good money after bad, printing money as fast as they can print it. Our deficit this year is going to be $1.4 trillion. Absolutely unheard of. Our long-term debt's over $12 trillion now. There's not anyone in this room, I don't understand what $12 trillion is, and I dare say most people in Congress have no idea what $12 trillion represents. But I can tell you what it represents. It represents our future. It represents our freedom. And our freedom is at risk today. And that greatly concerns me. But I want to tell you something. Let me give you some good news. I have painted a rather bleak picture in just about a little 5-minute scenario of some of the problems that we're facing in this country. But I believe that greater truth is more powerful than the current facts that we're faced with today. And here's the greater truth. We can cure the problems that's facing our nation. We can cure the problems right here in the state of Oklahoma by doing one simple thing. All we have to do is restore our founding principles that this nation was blessed with. Restore the founding principles that the Republican Party has adhered to for so many years that now we've drifted away from. I am not calling for change tonight, folks. We got change over the last 8 months, and I tell you, I don't like the change that has come to America. I don't like the change that has come to Oklahoma. So I'm calling for something different. I'm calling for restoration. I want the values of our founding fathers restored in the heart and the soul of every Oklahoman, every American that loves liberty and that's still willing to defend. Thomas Jefferson said, what did Thomas Jefferson say? Jefferson said that I would rather be exposed to the inconveniences of attending to too much liberty than to those attending too small a degree of it. Let me tell you what, let me put that in a little bit of an okie stick here. Freedom is fragile. Freedom is not guaranteed. We know that from history. We can recognize that by looking at other countries. And it is inconvenient at times to protect our liberty. It's inconvenient, I would imagine, for some of you being here tonight. It's inconvenient. It's difficult. But folks, it's on our watch now. This is our time. It is our opportunity. And if you and I do not get engaged and get recommitted to pass freedom down to the next generation, we can lose it. It's not guaranteed. Never has been guaranteed. But generation after generation has protected our constitutional liberty, and it's handed it down. And we are losing it right before our